When my daughter was little, she decided to test something that I told her a million times if I told her once: the stove's hot. One day while I was cooking, she shoved a chair beside me, and before I could stop her, she proceeded to touch her finger to the burner. She came away with a burn, of course, but some new knowledge: the stove actually was hot. Mistakes are the way we learn. It's the same with the daycare kids. When I used to take them to the park, I'd warn them that the particular thing they were trying to climb was too high and that they'd get hurt if they fell down, but they'd climb on it anyway, and they'd fall off and get hurt and cry, and I'd scoop them up and I'd hug them instead of saying "I told you so," because I realized they learned something important. We can be told something over and over, but it only sinks in and becomes part of our knowledge base when we experience it for ourselves. The tricky part is, what do we do with the information afterwards? Do we say, lesson learned, I'm stronger and wiser for the experience, or what we most often do is regret past mistakes and hold others to the mistakes they've made, even though it taught us something important about others and ourselves? The reason entrepreneurs become successful is their willingness to take risks and make mistakes. And how are we ever going to find a prince unless we're willing to kiss a few frogs first? There's something about focusing on our missteps that catches us in the past, prevents us from going with the flow and being in sync with the best of who we are. Being creative, doing what we love, learning new things, and existing in the moment is happiness. Comparing ourselves with others and being hard on ourselves takes us out of our natural state of soaring. That's the joy of sports, when you're in the zone and playing your role amidst your flock. When I got back into sports, I had a tendency to beat myself up for making blunders that sometimes cost my team a win. Then one day I came to a happy conclusion: really good players, they make mistakes too, they just make them less often. So I made an intention to focus instead on the plays I did well, because it feels good. The side benefit is that when you're in that happy place, your performance improves. I'll never understand where we got the notion that we have to be so hard on ourselves, but it seems so much a part of our makeup that we think it's the only way to motivate us to be better and to be stronger. How about we practice a different approach? How about we make more of an effort to be kind and gentle and forgiving of our missteps? We all make them all the time. So give yourself permission to fall down once in a while, to have fun and enjoy life, and let the past go. Take the lesson learned and run with it. You're smarter and better equipped now because of the mistakes you've made.